Welcome back, guys. My name is Patrick, aka Chief Pat, and today, bringing you guys a brand new video. So today, I wanted to give you guys my opinion on the update and the sneak peeks that we've seen so far, because if you guys have been watching my sneak peek videos, at least the ones I did on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you might have noticed that I've been trying to leave my opinion out of the sneak peek videos, because since this was such a gigantic change, I just wanted to relay the information to you guys as simple as possible, make it hopefully so you guys would understand it, and then see what you guys had to say. And it's pretty clear what a lot of people have to say about this update. Trust me, I read Twitter every single day. I read Clash of Clans on YouTube every single day. I read the forums every single day. I read the subreddit every single day. I know the pulse of the community because I'm a YouTuber. That's sort of what I do. So trust me, I know what you guys are saying about the update now, and I wanted to tell you guys what I'm thinking. So as far as where I stand on this update, I'm going to talk about where I stand as well as some other things towards the end of this video. So bear with me. This is going to be a long ride. First of all, let's talk about where I stand on this update. I did an interview with Jonas previously, which was fun, and it was a lot of stuff. And when he talked about the concepts behind the update, and if you guys read the notes, the forum notes for those long posts they did on the update, I actually agree with pretty much all of the concepts behind the update. I'm going to talk about more stuff. I'm saying concepts right now. I'm not saying this is going to be the best update ever, but let's just talk about the concepts first. Concept number one, the town hall shouldn't be useless. It shouldn't be a building that has 1,000 gold and 1,000 elixir, and if you put it outside of your village, you get a magical 12-hour shield that protects you. I think putting that out there in a vacuum, that makes sense, that Supercell doesn't want that to exist inside of the game. That's fair. Number two, they say that 80% of attacks shouldn't be snipes on the town hall. To me, that sounds pretty fair. I don't imagine a war game where literally 80% of the attacks are dropping your Archer Queen on an unattacked town hall. Sounds fair to me. Number three, and the final concept, would be that Clash should involve both skilled attacking and skilled defending. Wow, mind-blowing concept. I think pretty much every Clash player can agree that all of those in a vacuum make 100% sense. Now, let's talk about the stuff inside of the update and how they are doing these changes. What they're doing is obviously extremely delicate. They're telling us through the forums, they're telling us through interviews, they're telling us through everything that we're seeing that they're saying that we're going to be seeing more loot. We're going to see an equal amount of loot. We're going to have more fun when we're playing. And that stuff all sounds great. But I see people on two ends of the spectrum. People are saying, wow, this update, I never really thought of it, but it seems pretty interesting, and they're changing the game and they're changing these concepts. That sounds good. And honestly, that's probably the minority of people, as you guys could have told. And also on the other end, you have the people who say, this is the worst update of all time. I'm quitting. I'm downloading My Little Pony, and I'm never playing Clash of Clans again. I don't understand either end of the spectrum. Where I'm at right now, while I agree with their concepts and what they're trying to do with these certain types of things inside of the game that I mentioned just a second ago, I can't make an opinion until this update comes out. This update isn't a black and white update. This isn't like they're saying, hey, we want to add 10,000 hit points to the Archer Queen. Of course, everyone knows when you show the release notes that that's the dumbest thing you've ever heard, and people are going to be rioting, and that should be changed before the update comes out. But with this, it's just such a toss-up where what we're actually going to be seeing when we load up the device after the update comes out for bases, what we're going to be seeing for our production of resources per hour, all of those things are humongous factors that I don't know can be accurately figured out right now until you actually have a chance to play the game and test it out for yourself. So I just don't understand either side of the spectrum. And where I'm at right now is I'm saying, hey, I agree with some of your concepts. Also, this is a really delicate and dangerous change, and it has to be right, and Supercell has to be right about this. And if they're not right about it, then I'm pretty sure they're going to fix it because they're not going to throw their game away. And let me talk about something else. A lot of people have theories on why Supercell made these changes and is making this update. And there's two theories that keep popping up, and they make no sense to me. And maybe I'm an idiot. You can call me whatever you want, but let me just go through these two, and then you can drop a comment in the comment section below and tell me what you're thinking, because I'll be reading all the comments on this video, replying to a lot of them. And yeah. So first of all, people are saying these changes that we've seen so far are based around money. So let's talk about what would make people actually think that. The first thing that's being brought up, this one is pretty minor, is that the 2-hour village guard for 10 gems somehow is like just all about the money. Okay, first of all, that's a 10 gem thing. It's a 2-hour village guard. If you look at the changes, I don't think a ton of people are actually going to be buying this thing. And yeah, it's the equivalent of 10 cents, and you get 10 gems a day just from removing your bushes or whatever. So I don't see this 10 gem 2-hour village guard thing that likely 99.999% of players aren't going to use as a factor. Number two, this is what people think, that Supercell are at their office saying that, wow, do you guys know what a great idea would be? Cut away 50% of the loot from all of our players, don't fix it, and then make it so they have to spend gem to upgrade their base. You know what happens if Supercell cuts out 50% of the loot from the game with this update and they don't fix it? People are just going to quit the game. They're not going to play the game if they can't progress and if they can't have fun like they were doing earlier. That's just not how it works. People aren't just going to say, oh, Supercell took away half of our resources that were available, better get out my credit card and pay them all my money. No, people aren't going to do that. They're going to quit, and Supercell's going to ruin their game if the update sucks and they don't fix it. That's just a fact. Both ways aren't going to make them money. It's just not going to happen. The 2-hour village guard thing doesn't matter. Cutting away people's resources intentionally, I don't see how that correlates to making more money. That just doesn't make any sense. If you want to bring up examples of the past, like them releasing a level 6 bomb and not giving it a new skin or design, sure, greedy Supercell. If you want to say, hey, level 7 lightning spells stink, sort of like I did inside of that video, even though you can use them on a 5 lightning storm attack, we have figured that out. Thank you, internet. Besides that, hey, greedy Supercell, that's fine. If you want to say stuff like that, I get it. I can totally see the reasoning behind some of that stuff. Why you say, oh wow, this is unnecessary. This doesn't need to be added to the game. Whatever. You know what? I got you on that. But for this, I just don't see where Supercell makes monetary benefit. If the update is miserable, of course they're not going to be making more money if their player base quits, and people aren't going to whip out their credit cards because they're getting half as many resources. That just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And then the 2-hour village guard thing for 10 gems, I don't even need to address that. That's not going to make Supercell trillionaires overnight. That's just not even worth it. If you want, so yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, if they release level 12 walls, say greedy Supercell. If they release level 50 heroes after nerfing level 40s here previously, greedy Supercell, go ahead. But for these changes, I don't see where they're being greedy Supercell about this. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And another argument is that Supercell is just stupid. And I don't know about you guys. I've been playing this game for 3 years. Say what you want about me. What updates have they released in the game that have just ruined the game or been miserable? I don't remember something that's just absolutely ruined the game. For me, working with YouTube, working with Supercell, playing Clash of Clans for the last 3 years of my life, that's over 10% of my entire life easily. I don't know why I would doubt them. And if this update does suck, I would think that they're gonna fix it right away. And if they don't, you know that I'm gonna be on the front line with you guys saying, hey, fix this or else your game's ruined. Like why would they do that? Why would I personally say this update, why would I say this update's gonna be great? Which I'm not saying right now. No one knows whether the loot's gonna work out or not. No one knows. But if the update is terrible, why would I come out and say, hey guys, this update's great? Don't you think it's great? No, people are going to quit the game. People are going to say I'm an idiot and that I'm just selling out to Supercell. But that just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. If the game sucks, we're going to tell them it sucks. If they break it, we're going to tell them they broke it. But until then, it's sort of just status quo. We'll see what happens. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But like I was saying, I don't remember the last time Supercell's had a horrific update. If you guys remember the dumpster fire around level 40 heroes when they nerfed level 40 heroes, and I was probably part of the 5% that said it was a decent thing to do. It's not like I'm saying I was some sort of genius or something, but I thought heroes were overpowered at that time. And guess what happens when they change them? It made heroes way better. You have the king's ability and the queen's ability now, adding another layer of depth, adding different things you can do with strategies. They added all of that stuff, and guess what? Heroes are still just as freaking powerful at level 40, and they haven't released new levels to heroes. If they nerf level 40 heroes and release level 50s, sure, greedy Supercell. But no new levels to the heroes have come out, and heroes are great as they are right now. If you bought level 40 heroes, if you farmed level 40 heroes, guess what? They're still the most powerful things that you can get inside of the game, and that hasn't changed. So I'm not worried about that type of stuff. I'm just going to say, hey, I hope this update works out. I'm not going to jump off the edge of the earth saying that this is going to be the worst update of all time. I'm also not going to say this is going to be the best update of all time. But what I'm asking you guys to do, I guess, is to relax, think about what's been happening so far, think about the reasonings behind why they would do this update, and just see what happens. If you don't care about anything, just see what happens. See how you like the game when they release the update. If it stinks and everyone says it stinks and they don't fix it, then yeah, there's going to be a riot and an uproar. I'm sure they're going to be doing tweaks to stuff when the update comes out and doing whatever to loot, whether there's offering ridiculous amounts of loot per base or they're not offering enough loot per base. They're going to be tweaking stuff when the update comes out for sure. But until that comes out and after we have the chance to test it and see what Supercell has to say about it, I don't know what the point is of saying this game is ruined and everything's up in flames. I just don't see it. I don't see the theory behind why Supercell would do this for money, or the theory behind Supercell just being stupid and they don't know what they're doing. I just don't see those types of things. So, like I said, when the update comes out, it's either going to be good, we're all going to rejoice, we'll have fun adapting to the changes, because of course there is going to be adaptation with this update, or things are going to be bad and they're going to fix it. And if they don't fix it, they would be the stupidest company that's ever existed, because they've had the #1 mobile game for 3 years, and if they ruined it over something like this, then that would just be ridiculous. You have to think that they're at least trying to make the game better, and even if they screw up, we're going to tell them that they screwed up and they're going to fix it. But until then, we have to see what happens with the update, and we're going to work everything out from there. So the final thing I wanted to talk about inside of this video is something I've been seeing a little bit, which is sort of weird because I haven't even given my opinion on this update yet, but it would be a good video to address it in, are that people are saying, oh, Pat, you're saying this update is great because Supercell has you in their pocket. Oh, Pat, you're just saying that because Supercell's paying you. Oh, Pat, you're saying this because your YouTube channel is a Clash of Clans YouTube channel, and you're going to say this update is great because that's good for your channel. So when it comes to those things, what positive benefit do I have whatsoever for saying this is good for the game if the update actually really isn't good for the game? First of all, Supercell doesn't pay me money. They've never paid me a single dollar, so scratch that off the table. Secondly, if I say it's good for the game, if I'm just like, oh, I want Clash of Clans to be successful because that's the main game I play on my YouTube channel, I'm going to say everything Supercell releases is great. You know what's going to happen? If they release the update and it sucks, and I come out with a video that says, this change is fantastic, guys, what do you guys think? Guess what's going to happen? One, I will lose all my credibility whatsoever as a YouTuber. Two, no one's going to take me seriously. And then three, people are still going to leave the game anyways. And guess what? If people stop playing Clash of Clans, then obviously less people are going to watch my Clash of Clans videos. That just doesn't make sense for me to hide. Like, if the update stinks, I'm not going to hide the fact that the update stinks. That makes no sense for me at all. I'm going to be one of the people that say, hey, you guys ruined your freaking game. Obviously, that's a terrible thing. And you're like, obviously that would hurt my channel if the game was terrible. So I'm in no way going to say this update is great if the update wasn't great. And again, I'm not saying the update is great because we haven't played it yet and I haven't had a chance to test it. I'm just saying everyone should chill out when it comes to saying that this is the end of the world or it's for sure just going to be the best thing ever. I'm just saying everyone should have a chance to test it. And for people saying that me saying the update was good when it wasn't good is going to somehow benefit my channel doesn't make sense. Supercell's not paying me money to say nice things about their game. It just doesn't make any sense. I wanted to leave on that note just because, yeah, I just wanted that to be cleared up for you guys, for people who had questions about things like that. If the update's not good, I'm going to be the first person on the door telling them that it sucks. And that's pretty much all I have to say for that. So until then, until we see the update, I'm going to be chilling. I'm going to be enjoying the sneak peeks. Hopefully we get some cool new stuff. Hopefully the hero's really cool. Hopefully the fence isn't the most OP thing in the entire world. Hopefully they have other surprises. I'm just going to chill out. I'm going to sip on an imaginary pina colada. We'll see what happens. And if they release the update and it's terrible, we will see the fireworks begin right there. But for now, I'm going to hang out and hopefully things work out and they make the numbers work. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this long-winded mini rant. Until this next sneak peek, which is coming out tomorrow, I will see you guys later. Peace.